Y'all remember SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom? You know, it's the game that's full of the... okay, no, this does not feel right. You know, normally right here, I like to explain the game for people who don't know what it is, but we know. We all know why I'm talking about this game. And if you don't know what SpongeBob is, God help you, culture-deprived lard bucket. But before you comment anything, just do me a small favor. Shut up. Just shut up for a second. Deadass serious moment, guys. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is a great game that I know many people have played, and I'm sure as hell not the first person to do a video on this. So instead, let's call this a do you reminder or something like that. Yeah, it kinda makes sense, but again, shut up. Let me just yell about this game for a few minutes. I have a lot of feelings, guys! Now, as you all know, THQ was one behemoth of a game publisher back in the day before it basically imploded from the inside out because of money, but it was responsible for publishing a ton of games, including all the SpongeBob titles. And even though THQ games weren't all perfect masterpiece gems that cured world hunger, and in fact might have caused it, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is a game that got downplayed by critics when it launched. Not bashed per se, but not really acknowledged either, because as many people know, licensed games based off of movies and or TV shows don't have that great of a track record. In fact, many of them are responsible for killing hype right in their tracks and making you think you're really bad at video games as a kid, but then you grow up to realize, nope, the game's just really poorly designed, and I am validated, the Lord shineth down on me, I don't suck! I digress. The point is, Battle for Bikini Bottom had that smelly licensed game stigma around it since day one, but it didn't take very long for the players, community, and myself to see it for what it really was. A fun, varied platformer collectathon game that matched the quality of Banjo-Kazooie, Sly Cooper, and Spyro, while showcasing the best of the SpongeBob SquarePants show's creativity and humor.
Oh, okay, is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Comedy! They gave the game an original story about Plankton making robots that go haywire in the dumbest way possible, and having it so SpongeBob thinks he's responsible for this outbreak, so he goes off to every corner of Bikini Bottom to clear out the robots, and receives 2 tons worth of silverware in the process because collectathon. It's short, sweet, and stupid with a capital sponge. I mean, this game had a lot going for it. Show-accurate levels with wacky mechanics, power-ups, multiple playable characters, boss fight showdowns, ham, just the works. It also had all the show's charm, too, from the great voice work,
But I'm your master! I made you!
to the not-so-great voice work,
SpongeBob, this flapping robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money like a sinking ship.
to direct references, in-character missions, tongue stuff, and them spicy maymays we all know and love today.
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to handle the answer to.
It's a fun game, trust me. But even though it was kind of dismissed by critics out the gate, eventually the game did get a cult following, and through a lot of hugging, kissing, and holding it close at night, managed to get into the PlayStation 2 Greatest Hits lineup, along with it being put on top 100 PS2 games list. So why don't we talk about it more then? I mean, to be fair, the game was a one kinda not really hit wonder, created by Heavy Iron Studios, the people known for making this, 2 other decent but not as good SpongeBob games, and a bunch of other licensing titles most people would consider not good. Also, yeah, Disney Infinity, they helped out with that too, but we all know how that turned out. So, with no star power behind the development and being pegged as a corporate hack licensing title that just wants to steal your money and your firstborn child, it had an uphill battle to be taken seriously. And that's why we be talking about it now, guys, because often in the gaming community, we look to older games who were pioneers of their genre to gauge the quality of titles today. And while I understand Battle for Bikini Bottom wasn't exactly the end-all say-all of the silly collectathon platformer, there is one game that I have noticed that is still brought up today with a long-respected legacy that people clamor on about that plays eerily similar to Battle for Bikini Bottom. Psychonauts. Yeah, you know, Psychonauts, the game everyone claims is mega underground and a hidden gem despite it being known by basically everyone for being a cult classic at this point and is greenlit for a sequel. Also created by Tim Schafer, known director and writer of games that had one of the most successful Kickstarter campaigns for an IP ever and is brought up nonstop today. Yeah, me neither, never heard of him. This is like one of those big fat public gaming secrets everyone knows, but no one really seems to care about except for me because I'm petty. But the first time I ever played Psychonauts, I was like, huh, this is like Battle for Bikini Bottom without the SpongeBob, but with creepy disproportionate children with bad dental, and leather, and psychological trauma. But boy, are they similar. You strip away the game's story and source material, and you look at these two titles strictly based off of their gameplay and design, it makes you a little bit at Psychonauts. From the identical controls, gradual power-ups, platforming, to the pure nightmare fuel, you either have sandbags for eyes or hands made out of Slim Jims. Do not see or feel how similar these titles are. Heck, Battle for Bikini Bottom even had a trippy dream level that took you into the void! Of course, the thing that always stuck out in my mind, like those intrusive thoughts telling you to drive your car into oncoming traffic, is that Battle for Bikini Bottom came out in 2003, while Psychonauts came out in 2005. So it really makes you at the Tim Schafer mental beatdown summer camp for special kids. Now, am I saying that SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is better than Psychonauts? No. Obviously, Psychonauts is more creative with better writing, along with a plethora of bells and whistles. And while the publishing and the development of the game was as smooth as a sandpaper back massage, and so like wet rolls of toilet paper when it first came out, my big focus here is on the legacy, the aftermath, the long-term effects on the gaming world. Psychonauts has aged like fine Snapple. The gaming industry and community respect it, they refer to it, they fueled its long-term success, and they acknowledge it as a gaming classic through and through. But you don't see that type of recognition with Battle for Bikini Bottom in the mainstream, even though it came out first, has the same feel and design, and is just as entertaining in its own right. People don't give this game a pat on the back for being one of the better 6th-gen console titles because it's licensed, because it's SpongeBob. It's a byproduct of a corporate kid money-making system, a part of a Nick show that became too popular for its own good, to the point of overkill and irrelevancy. The source material just got tainted over time, while Psychonauts was never overexposed to the point of distaste. Battle for Bikini Bottom may have its cult following, but no matter how much we push, shove, and harass the game grumps into playing it for our amusement and hope they like it just as much as us, the licensing stank just ain't going anywhere. Am I kind of bitter about it? You bet your sweet bippy I am. Am I building this game up just a little too much because I personally really like it? Perhaps, maybe, don't worry about it. We're just here to have a good time, y'all. But with THQ collecting rust at the bottom of the ocean, the gaming world will forget about this game in due time. So, it's just a shame people forgot about SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, but I'll remember. I'll remember till the day they pry this game from my cold, dead, oversized hands. Yo, yiggity yo, welcome to the end of the video. I want to give a special thank you to the amazing people who recently sent me some stuff in my P.O. box. For those who don't know, I have a P.O. box where you can send me essentially anything at all, and I try to give out shoutouts on both Twitter and at the end of videos. So thank you to the sweet people who sent me notes, letters, games, even keyblades. You guys are amazing. People who send me stuff in my P.O. box really make my day. Now, hilariously, this is a game I've wanted to cover for a long time now, but I never thought it would be appropriate for a Do You Remember, but then I realized, it's whatever, I do what I want. It kinda counts. I don't see anybody in the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom fandom anymore, so yeah, it's here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But ayo, monetizing on YouTube can be scary and torturous. You gotta pay the bills somehow, shameless plug coming in. This channel is sponsored by Gamefly. Gamefly is a great cheap service where you can rent a game out instead of spending $60 on trash you regret buying. If you click on the link down below, you'll get a 30-day free trial of Gamefly, so you can rent out games for, 30 days for free, keyword free. Use the link, it really helps me out, and YouTube is really super fun all the time. I also have a Twitch, I also have a Twitter, I also have a Tumblr. Click on one of those, do it, please, or else follow me on something. People is always surprised that I have one of these, but guys, I'm in the biz, okay? I know what I'm doing. I have the social medias. Click on something, okay? Real talk though, shout out to SpongeBob the movie, the game, because that one's pretty decent too, and also a SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants. I really like that one, but like that one is just, it's alright. It's good. I highly recommend SpongeBob just in general. I'm a sucker. 90% of the jokes in my actual videos are SpongeBob references, so this was like a long time coming, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Get the heck out, okay? Toodles.